Back in early times, women were expected of two things: to take care of the home and to take care of the kids. From the time they were old enough to walk, women were taught how to clean around the home and how to prepare meals. From early on, women knew that they were restricted to these domestic duties. Of course, they strived for more, becoming independent, working well-paying jobs, and getting a good education. But this dream was far out of reach for these women. In the year 1850, women took it upon themselves to start the women's right movement. The initial steps were taken, and the first meeting took place in Massachusetts. Over 1,000 women gathered to discuss the unjust problems of women all across. Here it shows one of the first initial meetings with all of the women gathered. The event was so popular it became an annual tradition. But women still had a long way to go before convincing the men in charge that they deserved better. It wasn't until 1893, almost 45 years later, women were granted the right to vote in Colorado. Not too long after, women were granted the right to vote in Idaho and Utah. And then several states followed along. In 1920, Congress finally passed the 19th Amendment, granting women all across America their voice in voting. Although women were beginning to get recognition, there was still a lot of narrow-minded people across the country. Because of this, women, especially of color, received discrimination daily. In 1935, Mary Bethune started the National Council of Negro Women. This tackled against discrimination, race, and sexism. The next big step taken towards equal rights was in 1961. President John Kennedy took a leap and made Eleanor Roosevelt his chairwoman. Although women saw this as a step in the right direction for workplace equality, documentation proved otherwise. In 1963, Congress passed the Equal Pay Act, which outlawed paying female employees less than that of their male coworkers to do the same job. 1 year later, in 1964, the Civil Rights Act banned discrimination based on race and sex. Not long after, in 1972, women gained their right to equal education. Thanks to this, women can now receive their degree in education in whatever they please and are also allowed to be a part of athletic programs. 2013 is when Defense Secretary Leon Panetta announced that women will be allowed to serve in combat roles in the military. This took place gradually over time, but by 2016, all roles in the service could be filled by women. Over time, women are slowly attaining equality. As the years have passed, women have done great things. As the years come, I can see many more great achievements being made by the wonderful women of the world. Thank you.